The practice of I am. When a person arrives at this point, they naturally discover that every spiritual path, every practice is connected to all the others. Surrender and devotion naturally contain inquiry, and the inquiry naturally returns to surrender. In this relative world, everything is a several faces of one whole, and this wholeness cannot be separated from any dimension of it. So, from every corner, one naturally returns to wholeness. Wholeness requires nothing to be done. Everything is already complete. What complete means here is this: there is only wholeness, and outside of wholeness, there is no other body or entity. So, no matter how much one practices or cultivates, it simply cannot be done. Not only can it not be done, there is no need to do anything at all. Understanding this, we also naturally discover that I am, as discussed throughout the Complete Life series, is a wonderful reminder. I have often said that the practice of I am is easier for most people. I have also said that for someone who cannot manage inquiry, cannot manage surrender, the practice of I am, paired with the breath and with witnessing, is something most people can more easily engage with, and it can bring about a kind of focus. So when focused, thoughts naturally diminish and even disappear. This makes it easier to return to the practice of inquiry. But once you have become familiar with the practice of I am, you will naturally discover that it is suitable both for beginners and at the same time, it contains the highest truth. It can itself be called a supreme path. The vast majority of people find I am the easiest practice to do, and this itself already points to the greatest secret. To say it plainly, everything in the Complete Life series is a reversal, a turning back. For a person to awaken, the most that is needed to make a single decision. The most that is needed is to make a single decision, and one awakens. It has nothing to do with any doing, practice, or method. After awakening, one naturally discovers that nothing has happened, and awakening itself is our very nature. The most that can be said is that after awakening, we know it completely and no longer have any doubt. This is the only real difference from ordinary people. awakening is our nature. It's also about acknowledgement that we, our true selves, are no different from God, from wholeness, from Buddha nature. We actually are that. The practice of I am is at most an affirmation of this realization. Through each breath, we are not only affirming, we are openly declaring from the heart, I am that. I am God. God is me. Aside from I, the greater I, the cosmic I, the whole I, which is both wholeness and emptiness, there is no other. Everything is that, only that. Nothing is not that. You and I are both that. In the beginning, this declaration brings a kind of steadiness and focus, like the effect of a mantra. Through repeated rewiring, it sinks into the subconscious, allowing this understanding to become our reality. Without knowing it, the I and the greater I merge, fully united with who we truly are. By the end, one naturally discovers this itself contains our highest realization. Through the most ordinary of actions, breathing, we offer nothing more than a light, effortless reminder. From within, we make a clear declaration. The practice of I am also expresses this. There is only the subject, and apart from the subject, no object. No other entity exists. In truth, even this is only a metaphor. More accurately, even the subject does not exist. The practice of I am at most carries the meaning of subject or empty or of emptiness. The subject or emptiness requires nothing to be done. Even realizing oneself is a superfluous. Everything has always already been complete. It can't be incomplete. So I am is at most a declaration of our nature, which is a completeness. For a person who sincerely practices I am, the power of this is greater than moving heaven and earth. In truth, the potential of each of us, our true selves, is not only capable of moving heaven and earth, the power is far greater still. We simply do not know it. Once we know, we do nothing more than lightly and effortlessly choose to use the two words, I am, as an effortless reminder, making the declaration once more in our hearts. sometimes even carries us away. Carried away at most means our attention has been joined into the dualistic human world. But through the two words I am, we naturally apply the brakes, make a reversal, and brings attention back to the wholeness that we already are. One naturally discovers that nothing has been lost, and nothing has happened. At most, we have simply reconnected, plugged back into the wholeness. It really is that simple. Now, let us do this practice together and live out the most precious gift the great sages have brought us. Every breath, we are aware of it. Long breaths, short breath, we can observe it. In and out, we can witness it. We choose not to interfere with the breath. At most, we simply watch it, let it be. Watch it, then continue to let it be. Watch it again, then continue to let it be. Now, lightly in the heart, keeping pace with each breath, we say I inwardly. Inhale. Inwardly say I. Exhale. Inwardly say am. Through each breath, at most we simply stay true to I am. And only through I am do we affirm. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale I. Exhale am. Continuing to repeat. Out of I am, there is nothing. If street thoughts arise, simply return to I am, flowing from the heart. Continue practicing and naturally discover that inhale and exhale no longer feel different. I am. I am. Naturally connects everything together. Continue the practice. I am. And naturally discover that it is through this I, the greater I, that all things are witnessed. No matter how difficult the situation before me, no matter how great the disaster, How deep the loss, how sharp the pain, I know it all with perfect clarity. At most, I am simply watching everything through this eye. I know with complete clarity that whatever can be experienced in the human world has nothing to do with the true I, with the true nature. Everything I can let go of. At most, I simply return again to the breath, to I am, to the I in the heart. Even best of good news, winning an award, being praised, striking it rich, I can let it go. I know that all of it is inseparable from wholeness, and I am that. When where I am might take me, I no longer seek. It is no longer important to me. At most, I simply meet each moment through each breath, through each I am, through I am. I naturally live out joy, stillness, love, bliss. All thoughts naturally disappear with this, and choose before they even arose. They had already disappeared because they never existed. Even the small self I have carried through this life does not exist. It is only because I didn't understand before that I still believed I needed to overcome it, even to make it disappear. Now that I understand, at most I need only through I am, through each breath, to remember who I truly am. It really is that simple. Naturally, discovering that I have always already short circuited. Thank you.